Hi guys, Ravensong here. I was not going to do an unboxing of this and started to undo it and took the cellophane off, and each piece that I unlayered became more and more intense and beautiful to me that I stopped before I went through the cards and decided to go ahead and film this. So this is unfortunately on my bed, and it's not exactly the best setup here, but this is for the Titanic Tarot. And it's just, like I said, each piece became more and more amazing to me, so I had to stop and do this. So as you can see, the packaging got a little bit squished in the shipment process. I did not have problems with the box being cracked like a lot of people have. I do have to say that the box is very nice, except for quality control has some issues. Obviously there's some glue showing there and a couple spots on that spot, but otherwise it's a stunning piece. It's very nice. It reminds me of like a cigar box, like a little humidor type thing. It's got magnets along the edges, and it just lifts right up instead of being hinged. So that was really cool, but otherwise it's very nice. Just a little bit of quality control problems there. And this was, I believe it's the passport or the tickets for the White Star Titanic. It is for a Miss Frances Davis Millet. I believe the names were actually names off the roster, but I'm not positive about that. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to open this. I want to open it because I want to see what it is really, really bad. But because it's a first, I guess, is it numbered? I don't know if it's numbered or not. To me, it's a collector's piece because it's independent, not mass-produced, with its little extras, and so I'm not sure I really want to open that. Really, really tempted to. Very, very tempted to. It's got the White Star stamp on it and all that. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so each piece I opened became more and more intriguing. And this is the part that really got me. Look at that image on the front. You know, an iceberg, only 10%, I believe it is, of an iceberg shows above water, and the rest of it's underneath. And they represented this just stunningly with that skull-shaped image under the water. It just floored me. I mean, like I said, as I did each piece of the unboxing, it was like, oh my God, that is just amazing. I mean, you get a feel for the ominous situation that took place all those years ago. Just by opening the box, you begin to feel that loss, or that the destructive power of nature, and how it can affect our lives. It's just stunning, just stunning. Anyways, really nice box here, box inside a box, and it says here, this tarot deck is dedicated to the souls lost in the sinking of the Titanic, and also the memory of the 712 souls who survived. So this was a very well put together deck, and I am just so thrilled that I got in on it. It almost did not take place. There were so many people that were beating up the creator of this that it's a shame. It's really a shame that it almost didn't come to fruition because of other people's artistic opinions or opinions on artists. And artists should have the right to do what they need to do. And you know, lessons learned for some people. You know, you can't necessarily let the public dictate your process. I think you're better off doing it, letting it go, and see what happens. But you know, I could be wrong. Anyways, this person handled it very, very graciously, and they took care of it, and they actually did take some advice from the public, and created this stunning deck, really. So this is the RMS Titanic, set sail on journey April 10th, 1912. Only a few short days later, that journey came to an abrupt end for over 1,500 passengers and crew. This tarot deck is designed to capture the love, hate, greed, and sacrifice that took place during those days at sea. Allow the spirits of the journey help you lead you through your journey. Barclay Mountain Company. I can't remember the name of the creator. It's got a little white book, basically. Not a huge amount of information in there. It does have thumbnails, full color, as well as the major arcana have the larger ones. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, so I can't get real good glimpses going here of what's going on. But yeah, I mean, not a whole lot of information. Let's see. A little description on each of the suits at the beginning of each chapter or each section. It gives a slight description of what's on the image. I think this is basically a Waite Smith tradition of reading. Yeah, it does give a slight description, but it falls straight in line with the Waite Smith way of doing this. So, awesome box. Look at those backs. Those are just stunning. They are reversible. If you're into reversible, I'm not. I'm not sure the history on where the backs came from. That pattern, if it was just in the decorative schoolwork on the ship, or if it represents something in particular. You do have the white star flag in the center of each one. You have this beautiful black edging on this. If he produces a lesser version of this, I'll probably be purchasing it and leaving this one as a collector's piece because it is so fine. So fine. Anyway, so let's go through the cards here. I mean, it's basically an illustrator's, what do you call it? Type artwork. It's I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here. Not necessarily cartoony, but what you call graphic novel type illustration. So we got the Fool. We've got the lady boarding the ship with the dog. We got the Magician, which it isn't real. I was kind of expecting to see somebody more higher up in the ship, but this is more like just a passenger or possibly a workman on the ship that keeps it running. So that's kind of cool. The Seer, we've got a basic fortune teller on board the ship. We have the Empress. sure I don't have two here. Oh, we're good. Very classic 1900 imagery, clothing, you know, I mean, it just goes right along with everything, with the whole theme. It's beautifully done. The Hierophant. The Lovers. I think that's interesting that they used an older couple in the Lovers, which is kind of different from most decks. The Chariot, being escorted out of the harbor. Strength. You can see the flares in the sky. The Hermit. I think those are his gloves he's holding in his hand. On the Wheel. There's definitely a feeling you get. You get a darkness from this, a feeling of foreboding, or almost a shadow type. Immersion in it. I don't know how else to explain that. You feel that shadowy side of things. And part of that's because of the theme too, but it's definitely in the imagery, that darkness. Just my opinion on this card in particular. The Death card. It partially captures what I'm thinking, but I really think he could have used this image for that, for the Devil card, or the Death card. I think that would have been even more moving than what he chose there, because that is just amazing in my opinion. Temperance. The Devil. That's interesting, because usually the Devil, it represents that abdication of power, you know, bad habits, addictions, things like that, things you need to overcome yourself. And yet he's got the Maid and the Coleman there. And I'm not sure I mean, everybody has their demons, but I'm not sure that these two people, being of the serving rank on the ship, would necessarily be the ones that should be represented here. I almost feel like, of course, you know, I would think more the elite, people that were in control, should be represented under that, but that's just you know, an observation here. Not a big deal. It doesn't affect the way the cards would read at all. You know, it's one thing to give your opinion after something's been produced, or what you think after it's been produced, but it's another thing to try to dictate an artist as to what they should put in the deck. So I'm doing the same thing, but this is after the fact, and I think he's still done a phenomenal job here. So the Tower is that last end down. The Star, beautiful. That's beautiful. The Moon, ugh. It's like the dogs know. They knew. Okay, we got the Sun. All of a sudden we got Bright Daylight, and that is just phenomenal. I think that is really cool. Judgment. Oh my gosh, that is just stunning. You know what I find interesting is that the image reflected in the water is not the same. That's a mind trip right there. You got people helping in, and you got people ignoring the ones that need help. Isn't that wild? That is, wow. Wow. Yeah, don't know what to say on that one. That one takes my breath away. So I had to rest my hand here. It's fallen asleep holding the camera, the tablet. Okay, and then the world card, of course. Rising souls rising up from the depth. Not the world, take that back. This is, that one's judgment. That means this is, no, it is the world card. Blah. So the world card. Now we're looking at Ace of Wands. That's amazing. God, these are beautiful. Ace of Cups. Oh. They're going to do it that way. Okay. Let me try doing this like this. So these are the aces. The aces are stunning. I think the rest of the deck kind of goes into Pippish, if I remember right. But these are just beautiful. So those are your, it's the objects that have washed ashore or come close to washing ashore after the wreckage. Ah, stunning. And then everything kind of goes into the blue again here. Underwater. They just have numbers. They are pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, you almost have to go into the Pippish reading on this, which is fine. Because the backgrounds aren't really, they don't seem to go with the Waite-Smith way of reading, we'll put it that way. Some of them do. This one can kind of go with it, the Four Swords. This contemplation, the safe. I guess it kind of depended on what the creator was thinking at the time. Sorry, my stacks aren't exactly. They're very slippery. They are kind of a high gloss card. No borders though. So they are slipping, sliding away here. Sliding away. So some of them go with Waite-Smith, some of them don't. And I kind of understand that. Sorry, my camera moving around so much. Stunning. Sixes. That's the Six of Cups. I'm curious what Seven of Cups is going to look like. Kind of get a glare on this end. They are just sliding everywhere. Might have to start a new pile. Let's see. Okay. 7 goes along with it. The one thing you don't necessarily get with this, and it's because of the subject matter, you don't necessarily get the elemental connection with it. You definitely don't get that earthly, airy, fiery bit. It is all water. So you can't really apply the element to it. You know, unless you're in your readings, you're directly looking at something, the querence situation. That's the only way you pull that through. I seem to get a better resolution if I bring these up to the camera. I'm going to start new piles here because this is getting a little crazy. I guess we're down to the 10s anyways. So that's beautiful. I like that a lot. That's gorgeous. I don't know what the thing is though. Lately it seems like I have been into the watery decks. I guess it's an element I need to work on. All right, let's take a look at the court cards. So we have, do it this way, Page of Wands. So these are all the pursers on the ship. The seamen. Knight of Wands, one of the entertainers. Interesting. I'm wondering if the book tells us who these people are exactly. If these actually represent, they're definitely passengers or workers on board. Let me see. Let's see what the book says really quick. It doesn't look like they actually represent an actual person. Oops, come on. Where is it? Yeah, he's not naming who these people are, so they're just fictional characters, I believe, at this point. There's the queens. I wonder if that one's supposed to actually represent Molly Brown. Don't know for sure. They're stunning. Absolutely stunning. You really get a feel that these could be real people that he duplicated images of, and I don't know if he used any reference material for that or not. But what a beautiful, beautiful job he's done on this deck. Gorgeous. Like I said, I just, as I worked my way through each layer, I thought, okay, I've got to film this. I know it's a crappy filming style right now, but that's kind of where I'm at this morning. That is the Titanic tarot deck, and I am absolutely in love. Oh, the bottom of the box. Look at that. It's like a above view of it underwater. Kind of the way it looks now. Amazing. It is absolutely an amazing deck. I'm so thrilled I got in on it. Like I said, if he ends up producing a lesser quality version, I'll probably tuck this one away and keep it as a keepsake. Can't get it back in the box. Come on, get in there. There we go. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. White Star Line. Francis Davis Millet. I'm not going to open the package. I'm just not going to do it. But beautiful deck. Well done. I have to applaud the creator on this. I have to put the booklet back in. Does it say anything about the creator? It doesn't. That's interesting that I'm not finding. I mean, I'm not looking that hard, but I'm not finding anything on the creator of this deck. I don't know if that'll... Ooh. Nope, it doesn't quite close with the ticket in it. Bummer. I was hoping it would. Just the deck. Anyways, so that's Titanic Tarot. Absolutely phenomenal. I think it's just gorgeous. Like I said, the imagery, especially on the box, and it just drew me in so deeply that I had to do it. I think the major arcana is very, and the court cards are very impactful on your psyche. I don't know about the minors are basic read with Pamela Coleman Smith or Pip cards, and should be easy to read and work with. Like I said, the majors might be a little bit more shadowy and deeper, but absolutely phenomenal. Love it. Anyways, we'll see you on the tube. Thanks. Bye.